Trick or treat! A tale of the black-eyed children. Last week, as you know, was Halloween, and something very weird and very unpleasant happened to me. Yeah, the weather was shitty, which ruined it for the kids, but I'm talking about something more serious than that. Much more serious. Soul-destroying even. It gets dark early around here, so I had all the candy, the little O. Henry bars, the little packs of Sour Patch Kids, and the little packs of Swedish berries, all ready to dish out by 6 o'clock. I cracked a cold Lucky Lager, cranked up the spooky music, and turned on the porch light, and awaited the coming of the ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. I shouldn't have cracked the beer. It was a long day, and I fell asleep. I was awakened by somebody ringing my doorbell. I jumped up and, looking at the clock, saw it was already 9 o'clock. Holy shit! Did I sleep through Halloween? I staggered to the door, expecting to hear something like, "Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat." But instead, I heard a plaintive voice say, "Please, sir, please open the door." I pulled open the door to be confronted by two kids, an older teen boy and a much younger child, who appeared to be a girl. It was hard to tell, as they both had their heads and faces covered by a pair of hoodies. I was also puzzled. They weren't in costume. At least I didn't think they were in costume, or even carrying sacks to put candy in. "Trick or treat?" I asked, thrusting a bowl of mini candy bars towards them. Neither kid reached out to take anything. Instead, the taller one, the boy, put one sneakered foot over the door sill. "Please, sir, may we come in?" he asked in his sad, piteous voice. And I was instantly terrified, although I couldn't have explained why. "I don't think that would be a good idea," I muttered. "Don't you want any candy?" In truth, I was so shit scared, I would have given them the whole bowl to get rid of them. "Please, sir, please let us in," he repeated in his plaintive falsetto. "We're lost, and we need to call our mummy." And as he spoke, he slid the other sneakered foot over the door sill. I was still marveling at a teenager using a term like mummy, when the smaller child, the girl, said, "Please, Tim, let us in. We're cold and we're lost." "How did you know my name?" I said in surprise, as the cold fingers of dread played up and down my spine. And then they both raised their heads, pulling back their hoodies to reveal two pairs of deep, black, empty eyes which seemed to bore into me. "You're the black-eyed children," I said, almost crapping my pants. The black-eyed kids being demonic entities that appear in the form of young children, with huge eyes of obsidian blackness. "Oh no, Tim," the boy purred, flashing me a menacing smile. "These are only our Halloween costumes." "Trick or treat," the girl chimed in, and she stepped over the sill. I reacted instinctively, without thinking. I threw the bowl of candy in their faces, in their evil, awful jet-black eyes. The pair reeled against this onslaught of chocolate, sweet tarts, and Swedish fish and fell back onto the porch, enabling me to slam the door. They immediately began knocking, pounding on the door, ringing the bell and crying, "Let us in, Tim. Let us in. You have to let us in." And then all at once they stopped. And then the appalling silence was broken by the older boy saying, "You might as well let us in. We've already been inside." I didn't let them in, of course. Instead, I turned out the lights, put my earbuds in, cranked up the tunes, and hid in the bedroom, waiting and wishing for them to go away. I must have slept at some point. Sanity returned with the dim light of morning, and I experienced a joyous sense of relief. They were gone. But were they really gone? The floor of the front hallway had been covered with thrown candy. But now, there was nothing. Someone or something had cleaned up. And on the dining room table, I found a piece of paper, a drawing like a kid would make, of two stick figures with enormous, great black orb eyes, standing in a hallway, inside a closed door. Inside a closed door? Was it supposed to be my door? Are they inside? Are they telling me they're inside? They had managed to get over the sill before I forced them out. Was that enough to get them in? Inside? Even though I hadn't invited them to enter? Are they inside now? It's bright daylight outside, but it seems dark in here, darker than usual, and colder. And I seem to see things out of the corners of my eyes. If it's them, if they're inside, what can they do to me? If anyone out there has had any experience with the black-eyed children, with them inside your house, please leave a note in the comments below on how I can protect myself. Or if it's too late. Too late. Too late.